In this video, we will talk about a topic that is physical change. We need to basically understand what are physical changes, what are the things that one should know that when they talk about the physical changes, and how they are different from the chemical changes. So, when you talk about a physical change, it's just a very simple change where you can see that, I mean, just look around your room or wherever you are sitting and just see the changes that is happening around, because most of the changes when we talk about them, they just keep occurring around us all the time. We don't notice them, but when you talk about science is all about observation. So if you simply observe such changes, you will realize that whether that is a chemical change or a physical change. So so that is what we are trying to understand here is, if you just keep on looking the changes that is happening around you, you will landed up onto something. So notice that there are few changes, okay, in which a substance undergoes a change in shape or a size or a physical state. Okay, and when you talk about such properties, when there is a change in size, shape, and the color, and also the physical state, okay, of a substance, that are called its physical properties. Means you are specifically targeting its physical properties. And as I said, when you talk about such changes, where basically the object is undergoing the change in its shape, size, or state, those are called physical changes. Okay, where what you can say here is basically you are targeting the physical properties, where there is a change in size, there is a change in shape, there is a change in color, or there is a change in physical state of a substance. Because all of these are considered as a physical property, means something which you can change by yourself, and there is not much force involved in it, much not chemical reactions involved in it, there is nothing much involved in it. You are doing it in a very simpler way. Okay, so those are physical properties, and change in such properties can actually tell you what is happening within the substance and what are the changes, and collectively you can call it as a physical change. Okay, so if I talk about example, so you can see the one example is this and the second is this, where the girl is stretching a rubber band. So just think about it, what she's doing, what property, physical property she's changing. So here she's changing the shape of a rubber band. Okay, so when she's stretching it, the shape has been changed. Okay, if I talk about a melting of butter, what is happening with that butter? It's converting from solid to liquid. So there is a change in the physical state of a substance. So like that, you can actually understand what is happening with the substance, and you can actually say that's a physical property and that is the physical change. The another important aspect of the physical change is that there is no new substances formed, because it can again go back to its original state. That is why physical changes are reversible. Okay, they do not need any kind of like if I talk about a chemical change na, so there is always new substance form, not always but most of the time. So that is why they are not reversible, they are irreversible, the chemical changes. But since physical change, you can go to the original substance, so that is why they are reversible. Like simply talk about a melting of butter, so you can melt the butter and you can actually go back to its original form also if you let it cool down. Okay, so like that it is possible. Now with this activity we can actually show and understand a physical change. So for that, our aim is to understand a physical change. The material that we required is a balloon. Okay, so what we do is we simply take a balloon and inflate it. Okay, now when you inflate it, just notice if there is any change in its what you can say, change in its size and shape, because that is something will be your observation. Then what you do is you deflate the balloon. So inflate means when you filling the air inside it, deflate means when you take out the air. Now when you deflate it again, try to see that whether it is getting back to its original size and the shape of the balloon. Okay, and also notice if there is any new substances also formed when you are inflating or deflating it. So when you do that, because it's a very simple experiment which you can do it in your home as well, you can observe that the shape and the size of the balloon, which we are talking about here, the size and the shape of the balloon or inflating and deflating are there, and they are basically changing. But there is no new substance form, because at the end it will again give you the same balloon, like from where you have started you ended up there only. There is nothing new that is formed. Okay, and the conclusion what we can say here is, so if you are inflating or deflating the balloon, that comes under the physical change, because you are not changing its what I can say here is overall uh, overall what I can say, as I said now about the chemical change, you're not changing its overall properties, You are simply saying that there is a change in its size and shape. And as I said, whenever you see the change in the physical properties, you can simply say that is a physical change. And with this simple activity, you can say that is a physical change. Okay, and that is how you can understand the whole concept of physical change. I hope this will help you. Thank you.